Hello, this is Gavin Palmer with Hero Looking for Group, doing my status report. I uh, I got a notification from Twitter on my phone, and when I click it, it gets saved into my notifications. Paul Vanderclay says some piercing thoughts of the critique sphere, of which I suppose I clearly am a part. Is he a part of the critique sphere? Um, a word that comes to mind, which might be the title of this, is the accuser. Like, if you're critiquing, you are accusing, and that is, I think, satanic. Now, accusing, I think we have to integrate the accuser. And so when you accuse, I'm accusing you of not listening to me. There's three fingers pointing back, and it's like, oh, well, am I listening to you? So every accusation is actually an opportunity to check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I clicked into this. It's a shift click or control click. Goes to this guy. Read his thread. Was not interesting. I clicked into this one. And then it decided to actually follow this one because they allow you to send DMs. Which, if you allow DMs, I will follow you. And I will probably end up sending you a DM. And if you don't respond, I might send you another one. If you don't respond, I will unfollow you. I have a basic protocol which is related to what um, David Fuller mentioned in the original definition of sense making. Like, humans are complex, uh, and but we can like discover certain process and protocols for how we might engage in this complex system. And the accuser is is an aspect of humanity which we have to integrate. So then I went to the podcast and I listened to most of it while I was jogging. Uh, I needed to jog and work out these muscles because I overdid it 2 days ago. Needed to loosen them up. And what I noticed is that David Fuller is accusing. That's what a lot of these shows are. And for me, it's like I've practiced when I accuse, thinking, well, how could I do better? So what I notice is that they don't do the same. So when David Fuller accuses of people needing to grow the fuck up, I ask myself, well, how could he grow the fuck up? And this is something I've done over time. And so when there are people making mistakes, I try to figure out, well, am I making the same mistake and how would I solve that problem? So I've got a lot of answers for the problems that a lot of people are making. And so one such answer is every time you accuse, you need to think, well, how can I get better at that thing? So what I am trying to do at Hero Looking for Group essentially is to help provide services like human resources and tech support for people who are popular. And I want to give credit to Grimgris for his Beholder. The Beholder is a mythical creature from the Dungeons and Dragons universe, but it is this kind of giant creature. Maybe it starts out small, and it has an eye. But then it has these eye stalks that come off of it, and that way it has eyes in the back of its head. And so when you participate on the internet and become interested in growing a community, which David Fuller seems like he is, but I'm not sure about Embrace the Void, um, yeah, you eventually realize I need a group. I am Hero Looking for a Group because I realized I can't just be a hero if I want to solve hard problems. I have to find a group, which is, why I have to make my pitch to see if other people want to join my group. And my pitch is to provide human resource services and tech support services for people, and specifically people who are trying to grow their own group. And what's beautiful is that um, there are similar problems that every group is going to face as they grow. And if we can solve those problems, um, we and share those answers, um, ideally we would be able to scale these groups and their efficiency as much as possible. And this is all based on one of my first posts on my website is the human resource problem, and it's very coupled to technology and helping us solve that problem. So when David Fuller says they need to grow the fuck up, I used to be that way, and I've met plenty of people that way. And if you go on the internet, that's what everyone's doing. They're saying they need to grow the fuck up. They're not looking at how can I do it. And maybe they are. Maybe David is starting. He says he's ending the rebel wisdom because he wants to get out of that rebel energy and get into the synthesis energy. And so, you know, the question would be, well, how do I grow the fuck up? And it has something to do with finding people who can help us do education, right? Synthesis is education. Uh, and using technology to help us do that. So you want to be able to find the right ideas and the right people for the right job. So each group has a different goal. And for example, my goal is providing human resource services and tech support services for groups that are trying to grow and accomplish goals and be productive. So that's that's my offer. That's my offer to Paul Vanderklay and Jacob Petrucci and Grim Ramirez and David Fuller and Embrace the Void. And so I have a lot of ideas for how to solve these problems, but um, yeah, I'm not very good at marketing. Like, how do I get you to trust that I know how to do this? And so it just requires that people extend trust slowly and then learn how trustworthy I am as I participate. What you will notice is that I will learn. I will make mistakes and I will learn. And I think that's extra special. A lot of people have a hard time doing that. And what you will also notice is that I am not just going to agree with everything you say. I'm going to question your ideas. I will communicate when I disagree, and sometimes I will disagree and then commit to what you would like to do because that is what you do if you're trying to provide services for other people. You don't try to force them to be like you attempt to be of service to them. So, identify your goals. That would be your first step. And then we would be able to help provide the right processes, protocols, and platforms in order to allow you to accomplish your goal with your community and be as productive as possible. If you would like to get in touch with me, I encourage you to click the link below. It will take you to my Discord server. Have a good day. I gotta go make money.